Welcome to Gadgamics. We will review the Kospet Tank T2. The main advantage of this smartwatch is its design, which in my opinion is one of the best this year. Secondly, this smartwatch complies with the military standard MIL-STD-810H, making it suitable for outdoor activities. But is it worth buying? Let's discuss that. But first, let's do a quick unboxing. I have the special edition, and the main difference from the standard edition is that the special edition comes with a stainless steel strap, while the standard edition only has a rubber strap. If your work involves a lot of outdoor activities or being on the go, it's recommended to install the tempered glass. However, if you work in an office, I don't think it's necessary. I'll shorten the strap first. Measure how much you want to reduce the strap length. It is used 22mm strap. Look at the direction of the pin release and push it using watch link remover. Remove strap link as necessary, then insert the pin back in the opposite direction of the pin release. If it's still not a perfect fit, you can move the pin in the buckle of the watch to adjust it to the size of your wrist. This watch can operate normally even when not connected to a mobile phone. However, for the first usage and time and date synchronization, you need to pair or connect it to your phone using the Kospet Fit app, available for both Android and iOS. The main advantage of the Kospet Tank T2 for me personally is its design. It looks even better in person than in videos. The top part is made of metal and the bottom part is made of plastic. The front bezel is shiny, and upon close inspection you can see fine lines. Combined with the matte or frosted finish of the bottom and the orange button, it looks good in my opinion. Design preferences vary, but personally I find the design of the Kospet Tank T2 better than some of my more expensive smartwatches. Not only that, but the Tank T2 has received MIL-STD-810H certification, as well as 5 ATM water resistant and IP69K, which is currently the highest IP rating. You can Google it for more information, but simply put, devices with this military standard certification are more durable for outdoor use compared to those without. With a width of 49mm and a thickness of 14mm including the sensors, and a lock-to-lock distance of almost 55mm, the Kospet Tank T2 falls into the large category. However, due to its design, the watch doesn't appear too large, so it still fits well and suitable for people with medium-sized wrists, and even those with small wrists may find it suitable in my opinion. Here's how it looks when I wear it. It weighs 51 grams without the strap, which is considered moderate. It's not heavy, but you can still feel it on your wrist when worn. The screen measures 1.43 inches with an AMOLED technology, providing excellent color saturation, contrast, and darkness levels. It remains visible outdoors at maximum brightness. There is no auto brightness feature. There are 5 pre-installed watch faces on the Kospet Tank T2, and one can be changed through the Kospet Fit app. There are plenty of watch face options available, and in terms of quality, I find them quite decent. You can use your own photos for the watch face, but the customization options are really simple, offering only color choices for the time without the ability to adjust the position. Because it uses an AMOLED screen, there is an always-on display option. There are 2 styles to choose from, and the orange AOD complements the orange buttons. I like it. To turn on the screen, you can press the button or use the raise to wake feature, which works well. There are 3 menu views to choose from as seen on the screen. The touch sensitivity is good, although in terms of software, scrolling through the menu is not buttery smooth, but it is still manageable. The top right button turns the screen on and off and serves as the back button when in a feature or menu. The bottom right button is used to access the sports menu. Holding the bottom right button activates the SOS call menu. You can set up SOS contacts through the Kospet Fit app in the SOS call section. Swiping down opens the quick settings, allowing access to Find My Phone, brightness adjustment, Do Not Disturb, and more. Swiping upwards will open the notification menu. Swiping to the right will access the main menu, while swiping to the left will take you to the widget menu, where you can choose which widgets to display. When there is a notification, the watch will vibrate. The vibration strength is sufficient and you can adjust its intensity. However, there is no option for quick replies to WhatsApp messages. To manage which apps can send notifications to the watch, you need to open the Kospet Fit app on your phone. The smartwatch supports Bluetooth call, and to activate the Bluetooth call feature, click on this icon. You can directly click on the phone number you want to call or synchronize your contacts list. Here's the sound quality of the microphone.
Test 1, 2, 3, test 1, 2, 3. This is the mic quality of Kospet Tank T2.
On my Android phone, it doesn't support WhatsApp call, but it's reported to be supported on some Samsung phones. On the iPhone, WhatsApp calls works well for receiving calls directly on the watch. For outgoing WhatsApp calls using the watch, you need to select Tank T2 in the Apple AirPlay settings. It supports music control for play, pause, next, previous, and volume control, but the watch cannot store music files directly, so it's only for controlling the media player. In the sound and vibration settings menu, you can choose to forward the media sounds to the watch. Here's the speaker quality of the Kospet Tank T2. Now let's delve into sports feature. There are 70 types of sports to choose from as seen here. While some sports options may have different names or tags, the recorded data remains the same, which is heart rate, calories obtained from heart rate data, and time. Here's the display during the walking and running workout feature. It shows heart rate, pace, distance, time, calories, and the number of steps. You can still control the media player during the workout feature. There's a feature for automatically starting a workout if certain movements are detected. However, I turn it off because it drains the battery faster. Regarding step accuracy, when compared to manual counting of 1000 steps, the watch sometimes shows a number above 1000 steps, sometimes below. From my measurements, the accuracy is around 98%. For heart rate accuracy, when compared to several different devices, the results are quite similar, so it's reasonably accurate. One excellent feature of the Kospet Tank T2 is that when the sports feature is active and the heart rate sensor detects that the watch is not being worn, the sports feature will automatically pause. This can be seen from the stopped timer. I tried covering the sensor with my finger and sports feature still didn't start, although sometimes it does if there's an object behind the sensor. But when worn on the wrist, the sports feature starts instantly and displays the heart rate. However, if there's no object behind the sensor or the distance between the sensor and the wrist is too far, the sports feature will automatically stop. The Kospet Tank 2 doesn't have built-in GPS, but if you start a workout from your phone, you can use the phone's GPS to record the exercise route. So the watch acts as a pedometer and heart rate monitor while the phone records GPS data. The watch can still be used for workouts even without carrying the phone, but the data won't be as comprehensive as when starting the workout from the phone. To view the workout history, you need to synchronize with the phone first. We need to click on the Sports tab, then click in the middle section. After that, we need to select the specific sport name to view the workout history. It can be confusing for those who are not familiar with the process. For other health features, there is a sleep monitor that works well. You can view the data directly on the watch and also synchronize it to the phone through the Kospet Fit app. It can detect nap sleep, but to view it, you need to synchronize with the watch and check in the snooze section. There is a blood oxygen feature. For the blood pressure feature, which I believe is only an estimation and not the actual blood pressure. You can activate the watch to monitor heart rate and blood oxygen throughout the day and receive warnings if the data goes beyond normal limits. Of course, having the monitoring feature on all day will consume more battery. The remote camera feature is for taking photos using the Kospet Fit camera app, which is somewhat hidden in the universal settings. The remote camera feature cannot be used with the phone's built-in camera app. I've tested it. For battery life, it's claimed to last 10 to 15 days with normal usage and 8 to 12 days with heavy usage. From my personal use with heart rate monitoring on, the battery can last about a week, which is quite decent. If always on display is activated for 5 hours a day, the battery life is around 3 to 4 days. Here are other features, you can view with them in the video. Conclusion. The drawbacks of the Kospet Tank T2 when compared to competitors from well-established brands that have been in the market longer lie in terms of features and software. Don't get me wrong, the features on the Kospet Tank T2 works well and are relatively stable. But for example, in terms of sports feature, it is not as advanced and comprehensive as those from bigger brands. However, when considering its price, this can be seen as a trade-off for the MIL-STD-810H certification and a design that, in my personal opinion, is better than its competitors in the same price range. So if we look at the price to quality ratio, I find it quite balanced. Now, it ultimately depends on individual needs. If you only need basic health feature, need a smartwatch for accurate timekeeping, notification from mobile apps, and also need Bluetooth call functionality, then the Kospet Tank T2 can meet your needs. Moreover, its performance is better compared to some other new brands. Honestly, there's a possibility that the Tank T2 will be one of the smartwatches I frequently use in 2024 simply because, in my opinion, again, it has a cool design. But who knows, maybe next year there will be another affordable and cooler smartwatch? We'll see. Thank you for visiting the Gadagamix channel. I hope this video is useful for someone and see you in the next video.